At the beginning of the movie, we see a ship where a man is telling a story to his children, the story of Aladdin and the magical lamp. After that, we see a kingdom where a boy named Aladdin lives. Aladdin has a monkey with him, and both of them steal together. But Aladdin is very kind-hearted. He helps poor people and feeds hungry children with the money he steals. He keeps doing such good deeds. Then the scene shifts, and we see a girl who gives some food to a small child. But since she doesn't have any money, the shopkeeper misbehaves with her and tries to snatch her bracelet. Just then, Aladdin arrives. Since he's very skilled at stealing and trickery, he fools the shopkeeper and helps the girl escape from there. When the shopkeeper realizes what happened, he sends his men after them to catch them. But Aladdin and the girl somehow escape and reach Aladdin's house. There, the girl tells Aladdin that her name is Dahlia, and Aladdin tells her that he lives there with his monkey Abu. He also tells her that when he was little, his parents died, and he's been alone in this world ever since. The girl is wearing very nice clothes and expensive jewelry, so Aladdin assumes she must be a servant of the princess. But before Dahlia can tell him who she really is, she sees some ships arriving nearby and says she has to go. Before leaving, she asks Aladdin to return her bracelet. The bracelet is actually with Aladdin, but since he's very clever at hiding things, he says he can't find it. Dahlia calls him a thief and leaves. Next, we see the villain of the movie, the royal vizier of the kingdom, named Jaffer. Jaffer wants to take over the kingdom, but for that, he needs a magical lamp kept inside a mystical cave. However, only someone with a pure heart can enter the cave. Since Jaffer is greedy and evil, he cannot enter it. So now he starts looking for a person with a pure heart who can go inside and bring the magical lamp for him. Then we see the king's court, where some princes have come with marriage proposals for the princess. And now we find out that the girl who was with Aladdin earlier wasn't Dahlia, and the real princess's name was Jasmine. Princess Jasmine doesn't like any of the suitors. Meanwhile, Jaffer tells the king that they should attack Shirabad, but the king refuses. Here we see that Jaffer has a magical staff, which he uses to hypnotize people. Princess Jasmine talks to her father and says she wants to become the ruler of the kingdom, but the king tells her that no woman can be sultan. He advises her to marry some prince so that he can rule the kingdom after him. Jasmine feels very sad and goes back to her room. On the other side, Aladdin, who still thinks the princess is Dahlia, goes to the palace to return her bracelet. But Jaffer's parrot spots him and informs Jaffer. Aladdin sneaks into Princess Jasmine's room, returns her bracelet, and before leaving, he secretly takes one of her hairpins so that he'll have an excuse to meet her again. As he's leaving, the guards catch him. Jaffer then takes him to the desert because he believes Aladdin has a pure heart and could be the one to retrieve the magical lamp from the cave. Jaffer tells Aladdin that the girl he thought was a maid is actually the princess. He manipulates Aladdin by saying that if he brings him the lamp, he will give him enough wealth to marry the princess. Since Aladdin has started liking Jasmine, he agrees to the deal. Jaffer takes Aladdin near the cave, and since Aladdin has a pure heart, the cave allows him to enter. Inside the cave, Aladdin sees piles of gold, diamonds, and jewels everywhere, but he doesn't touch anything because Jaffer warned him not to touch anything other than the lamp. If he does, the spirits inside the cave will get angry and attack him. While searching for the lamp, Aladdin finds a carpet trapped under a stone. He pulls it out, and it turns out to be a magical carpet that becomes his friend. Then Aladdin spots the lamp placed on a high platform. As he climbs up to take it, his foot slips and a ruby falls near Abu. Abu picks up the ruby, which angers the spirits inside the cave. Suddenly, lava starts boiling everywhere. Aladdin and Abu grab the lamp and try to escape, but everything starts collapsing. They somehow reach the cave's exit. Aladdin is hanging on for his life, and instead of helping him, Jaffer asks him to hand over the lamp. Aladdin gives him the lamp, but after taking it, Jaffer betrays him and throws him back into the cave. However, Abu attacks Jaffer and, in the chaos, manages to steal the lamp back without Jaffer noticing. Jaffer leaves angrily when he realizes he doesn't have the lamp. Later, Abu gives the lamp to Aladdin inside the cave. When Aladdin rubs the lamp, a genie appears. He had been trapped inside the lamp for years. The genie tells Aladdin that he will grant him any 3 wishes. Aladdin says his first wish is to get out of the cave. The genie uses his magic to fulfill it, and they both come out safely. Afterward, Aladdin and the genie talk. Aladdin asks the genie what he would wish for if he had the chance, and the genie says he would want to become human. Aladdin promises him that he will use one of his wishes to make that happen. But the genie says, "You've already used one wish. Only two remain." Aladdin says that the first one doesn't count because he didn't intentionally wish for it. The genie agrees and asks what his first wish will be. Aladdin wishes to become a prince so that he can go to Princess Jasmine with a marriage proposal. The genie grants his wish, turning him into a prince and giving him elephants and wealth. They arrive at the palace, and Aladdin is welcomed grandly. But since he isn't a real prince, he doesn't know royal manners. The genie helps him to avoid suspicion, but still, Aladdin says something that upsets Jasmine. However, the Sultan invites him for dinner that night, giving him another chance to talk to the princess. At night, when Aladdin arrives at the party, Jaffer tries to hypnotize him, but the genie saves him. The genie tells Aladdin to go impress the princess. Aladdin dances for Jasmine, but she leaves in anger. The genie advises Aladdin to go to her room and talk privately. The genie and Dahlia leave them alone so they won't be disturbed. Princess Jasmine becomes suspicious of Aladdin, but the genie helps him to not get caught. Then Aladdin takes Jasmine on a ride on the magical carpet. During the ride, Jasmine feels like she's met him before, and Aladdin lies, saying he disguised himself as a commoner to understand his people's problems. After their magical ride, Jaffer's parrot spots them. Jaffer's men later catch Aladdin and tie him to a chair near the window. Jaffer suspects Aladdin isn't really a prince and throws him into the sea to test if he has the magical lamp. If he has the lamp, he'll survive, otherwise he'll die. As Aladdin sinks underwater unconscious, Abu and the magic carpet bring the lamp to him. His hand accidentally rubs it, and the genie appears, using Aladdin's second wish to save his life. The next day, Aladdin and Princess Jasmine tell the Sultan that Jaffer is a traitor. Jaffer comes there and again tries to hypnotize the Sultan, but Aladdin breaks his staff, freeing the Sultan from Jaffer's spell. The Sultan thanks Aladdin and orders Jaffer to be imprisoned, but Jaffer's parrot helps him escape. The Sultan thanks Aladdin for saving the kingdom and announces that Aladdin and Jasmine will get married. Now Aladdin tells the genie that he cannot use his third wish to make him human because he needs to stay a prince to be with Jasmine. The genie tells him not to live a lie, but Aladdin doesn't listen. The genie gets upset and goes back into the lamp. While Aladdin is returning home, Jaffer secretly steals the lamp. Aladdin doesn't realize it. Later, Jaffer uses the lamp and wishes to become the Sultan. The genie, forced to obey, grants his wish, and everyone bows before Jaffer. Princess Jasmine tries to convince everyone that Jaffer is selfish and they shouldn't support him. One of the Sultan's loyal guards realizes the truth and refuses to obey Jaffer. Angry, Jaffer uses his second wish to become the most powerful sorcerer in the world. The genie has no choice but to grant it. Jaffer now imprisons everyone who stands against him. Meanwhile, Aladdin returns and tries to steal back the lamp but gets caught. Jaffer uses his magic to turn Aladdin back into a commoner and exposes his true identity to everyone. Then Jaffer uses his magic to throw Aladdin far away into a snowy land. Jaffer tells Jasmine that she must marry him or he will kill Dahlia and her father. Helpless, Jasmine agrees to marry him. However, the genie secretly sends the magic carpet to rescue Aladdin. The next day, as Jaffer and Jasmine's wedding takes place, Jasmine sees Aladdin arriving on the magic carpet. Aladdin cleverly takes back the lamp, but Jaffer notices and becomes furious. He uses his magic to turn his parrot into a giant bird, who chases Aladdin and Jasmine and snatches the lamp. But the Sultan hits Jaffer's staff, causing it to fall. Without the staff, Jaffer's parrot turns small again, and the lamp slips out of his claws. Aladdin grabs it again. Jaffer retrieves his staff and traps everyone again using magic. Then Aladdin tricks Jaffer by saying, "No matter how powerful you are, you can never be as powerful as the genie." Hearing this, Jaffer tells the genie to make him as powerful as the genie himself. The genie grants his wish, turning Jaffer into a giant genie. Aladdin then says, "Since you're a genie now, you'll also have a lamp." And immediately, Jaffer gets trapped inside a lamp, which is thrown far away into the desert. Peace returns to the kingdom. Everyone praises Aladdin, and he marries Princess Jasmine. Finally, Aladdin uses his last wish to turn the genie into a human. The genie marries Dahlia, and later they have 2 children, the same ones we saw at the beginning of the movie. And with that, the film ends. If you enjoyed Aladdin's magical story, hit like and subscribe for more amazing movie recaps.